Hello and welcome to the August 2022 edition of the PreSale Pulse, a channel that is dedicated to helping you understand everything happening in real estate across Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley. I'm Ryan Lalonde.
And I'm Brittany Reimer.
And if you're new to the channel, this edition of the PreSale Pulse is all about recapping both the presale and resale marketplace over the past 30 days in the Fraser Valley. Now our goal is to ensure all of our subscribers feel like they have their fingers on the pulse and becoming real estate intelligent.
So in today's episode, we'll be looking at some of the new great upcoming projects, including our very own Pura by Adira, resale stats that are a result of the current market pressures, plus in a separate video segment, we'll be touching on two topics that have been recently raised by our subscribers.
With that, let's get into this month's edition of the PreSale Pulse. First, let's begin by just taking a quick look about how the Canadian economy is faring and what lies ahead.
Absolutely. So our recent GDP numbers for Canada beat out many expectations and predictions, showing an economy that is performing really quite well, especially in comparison to our neighbors down south. On a quarterly basis, the most recent numbers show that the Canadian economy is growing by 3.7% in Q1 and 4.6% in Q2. Now, compared to the US, which is recently seeing 2 consecutive quarters of GDP declines, Canada is supported by a large resource sector and a populace with some cushion from savings, which we really believe has been built up over the course of the pandemic.
Now, we talked about that in the Metro Vancouver edition of the PreSale Pulse as well. Check those links out below if you want to learn a little bit more. These factors will definitely be on the minds of the Bank of Canada when they meet next month, September 7th, to announce the next move. There is a broad consensus and expectation from some for another 75 base point increase. The real question many are asking is, will this be the last hike of 2023? One reason to believe so is just the recent indicators are showing inflation may be peaking, with the pace of goods and commodities slowly declining in recent months. And if this is indeed the last interest rate hike, investors and experienced real estate home market buyers, they're going to begin to look to fueling the demand of both resale and presale product, which will not only require buyers to lock in the historically higher rates of today, they'll also instead capitalize on potentially lower rates in 2023, 2024, and 2025. So with all that being said, and I think I've been talking a little bit too much, Britt, what's new in the presale marketplace today?
Well, generally, Ryan, there's no surprise. We've seen a softening in demand and absorptions, similar to the declines that we're seeing on the resale market side as well. And while this is the case, the presale market has generally still been performing better than the resale market over the last few months. The current level of activity brings in line with this type of market we see during this time of the year, typically quieter as most families are out traveling during this time of the year, and summer holidays, of course, being August, which makes me wondering why we're here and not on a beach right now in our bathing suits. That might be weird.
Our viewers deserve it.
That would be very interesting.
Now, in particular, Surrey and specifically Surrey City Centre continue to be a focus of the Fraser Valley. July saw the launch of Elwyn Green by Elegant Development, and we continue to anticipate the launches of the Piano and Georgetown 2, both located in Surrey City Centre.
Absolutely agree, Rye. And for those that follow our newswire, which is our curated daily news feed, you'll know that Surrey has been in the middle of planning an extensive 40 million two-level expansion to the Chuck Bailey Recreation Centre. This is huge news for the area. Construction is expected to begin next spring for a 2024 completion date, and is a significant project that is going to add a lot of value to that area. And it, of course, is an area that's already receiving a lot of attention without this expansion.
Now, overall launch activity has similarly cooled as developers take a really close look at the feasibility of projects and what the best timing to launch may be. It does seem like we're in a bit of a lull at the moment, as the overall economic anxiety in the market is really kind of coinciding with the typical summer market here in Metro Vancouver and, of course, in the Fraser Valley. The present opportunity to home buyers and savvy investors, though, from our perspective, is that for the first time in nearly 2 years, a home buyer can actually lock in current day pricing on a new home with an affordable deposit and leverage the inflationary market pressures sure to be placed on covers and therefore end unit pricing.
Absolutely. And as buyers return to the Metro Vancouver area and as the market begins to pick up again in the fall, I really believe that many are going to be looking to capitalize on these early fall opportunities in market. In our view, the current trend of softening demands and absorptions is likely to continue through the month of August, but before seeing a real resurgence in the fall months, which is what we have to come. With that said, let's jump into some of the projects coming up in the next couple months here.
Britt, first up, let's talk about Pura by Adira Developments. I'd love to introduce this program. Located in vibrant West Village of Surrey Centre, I think this is something special.
Yeah, love this project. This one definitely stands out compared to any competition in the Surrey City Centre. They have the only mass timber homes in the area, which is a huge benefit, and it's built by Adira's proprietary Smartwood. Now, this is offering high-performing, sustainable homes that match the strength of durability in concrete. So, right, like imagine you can find a product for the price of wood frame, and you still have the soundproofing performance and the rental rates that are at par with concrete. This is an absolute no-brainer program in my mind. The offering will feature a well-designed collection of 1 and 2 bedroom and den homes ranging from 464 square feet to 858 square feet, and Pura is also one of Surrey's first new developments to target Fitwel certification. This is really only furthering Adira's commitment to creating better lives and communities centered around health, wellness, and active lifestyles.
I think that we also have to talk quickly just about the amenity programming within the project. So each building will have indoor ground floor amenities, where the west building includes a fitness center and yoga studio, while the east building offers party room and co-working spaces. Amenities aside though, let's also not forget about the convenience of the project's location. Residences are literally minutes away from Surrey City Centre Station, provides access to all major cities throughout the Lower Mainland, Central City Shopping Mall. It's got it all, 140 shops at your fingertips. Really exciting location.
Absolutely, Ryan. I personally don't think we've seen this type of depth of amenity in a low-rise building ever in the Fraser Valley. So this offering really does speak to the commitment that Adira is making to Surrey's West Central Village. Follow our newswire to learn more about this exciting project, as we're going to be featuring this a lot more over the coming weeks here. So staying in Surrey now for another exciting project, The Loop by Gramercy Developments. This is a unique connection of 196 spacious 2, 3, and 4 bedroom townhomes located in sunny South Surrey. I love the name of this program. I mean, Gramercy always does an exceptional job of getting creative, and The Loop is no exception. It spans an entire block, creating a cozy, tight-knit community feel that is difficult to find elsewhere, as we know. So that's an entire block in a coveted South Surrey address.
I mean, it's so incredible, right? Just imagine walking out your front door, right in the middle of your community is the Loop Trail. I live in a neighborhood where it's all about greenery and access to hiking trails. It's changed our family. It's going to change a lot of other families as well.
Yeah, right. I mean, a lot of possibilities with this development. Not just that, from our experience, Gramercy simply builds quality homes. They have 3-story stacked homes. They'll have gourmet-style kitchens, private decks. And for anyone interested in a luxury experience in beautiful sunny South Surrey, I'd suggest you keep a close eye on this one.
I think that wraps pre-sale. Let's just jump into some of the resale data now. Britt, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that the current market pressures have led to a slowdown in overall sales volume. Last month's number of home sales was just down 23% month over month in the Fraser Valley. Total inventory has also seen a decline, as listings are down 6.4% month over month. It seems that sellers remain confident overall, though, and perhaps in recognition of a changing market, are opting to hold onto their purchase in the short to medium term.
Across product types, townhomes had the greatest decline in month over month sales. Those have dipped about 35%. This is in line with sentiment that we've been speaking to recently here on the Pulse, as we typically see detached leading the way before trends are replicated in townhome product. So looking now at the sales to listing ratios, Fraser Valley is also beginning to see a more balanced market, as detached homes reside in buyer's market territory at 11%. Townhomes are balanced as well. Condos continue to remain firmly in a seller's market. We do expect this to shift in the coming months.
Yeah, absolutely. And the changing metrics have led the HPI benchmark price to decline in recent months, dipping between 2 to 3.5% month over month, depending on that product type, far less than market sentiment and headlines would have you to believe.
On the point of appreciation though, Britt, although sales have been declining throughout most markets, not just the Fraser Valley, it's important to remember that the previous run-up we had was so significant that prices still remain nearly 20% up on a yearly basis. Now, realistically, with the rising land costs, a lot of product in market is going to be priced below replacement, supporting prices over the median and long term.
Absolutely. And as we start to see that stability, which we believe will come in the fall, I believe that people are going to be definitely jumping right back into the market to get into to offerings at the price points that'll be offered in the fall.
Yeah, we'll watch closely for that snapback. Well, Britt, I believe that wraps up the August edition of the Fraser Valley Pre-sale Pulse. However, don't forget to check out the trending topics segment in the links below to get some of the insights of how this fast-paced dissemination of information in our world today is creating a reactionary effect on the real estate market. Now, it's our hope that the insights we share provide some assurances to our home buyers and our development partners interested in either entering the market or bringing programs into the market. Check out that link below. I think you're going to like what you read.
Yeah, and if you found some value in today's Pre-sale Pulse episode, hit our like button below, subscribe to our channel and newswire, our daily email roundup of the latest real estate news. Subscribers get early access to Pre-sale Pulse, market insights, and the latest projects breaking ground.
Now, MLA Advisory is going to continue to play a significant role in every major market across Canada. So if you're interested in a market perspective, or you're simply just looking for a second opinion, contact us by visiting any of the links, reach out to us direct. Britt, and lastly, I think we also want to hear from you.
Yeah, leave a comment if you have any questions or you want us to speak about any trends or insights that we didn't mention in today's episode. We enjoy hearing from our peers, and we want to ensure that the PreSale Pulse is your preeminent source for real estate intelligence.
Thanks to our viewers for tuning in, and looking forward to seeing you next month.
See you soon.